Oh, ho, ho, ho. Didn't I say I was gonna make an announcement? Didn't I say I had an announcement to make? I clearly made that statement, Holmes. I remember saying that because I was right there when I said it. What's up? That's a Benny. Total Trucker here, Wrestling Rehab. Big shout outs to all my wrestling junkies out there. I don't think people, man, there's not many people that respect wrestling junkies, but I got you. I got you because I'm one of them. All right, man. Shout out to my boy Pablo from LA Times and Cricket from Incredible Javier. As we speak right now, or as I'm speaking right now, I'm watching the United States Championship match that took place on Monday Night Raw between AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley. Um, my boy Pablo was on here. Big Paul was on here talking about what the hell's going on with the final hour of Raw. Yeah, I am definitely gonna agree with all that, man. I like the way they promoted this fight, this match night of. But see, they should have actually promoted the Lashley Styles fight last week and said that it was gonna go down, right? I like the way they said that these two have never met and it's gonna be for the United States Championship. I'm like, yeah, badass. Hell yeah, man. They should have been promoting it like a week, even 2 weeks in advance, though. And that's for the US Championship, which is good. I like it. I want these titles to be relevant. Saying what's with the Intercontinental Championship match? Look at this one. I'm watching it right now. Styles versus Lashley. Two big notable names. One of them definitely a Hall of Famer in AJ Styles. Lashley, I don't know. Maybe if he keeps going, yeah, he might get there. What's going on with the IC title, man? See, you don't watch AEW. Yeah, I got it on the other TV, on the smaller one, but I definitely want to rewatch this one just because I was kind of in the middle of something while this one was going on, so I wasn't able to pay attention 100% to it. Yes, you became a Sami Zayn fan. Listen, as long as he's part of the bloodline, I'm in, Paul. As long as he's part of the bloodline, that is it. That's all I care about. You acknowledge my tribal chief, and we're all good. We are all good, man. Anyway, listen, guys, big announcement for me. Congratulations to me. Hey, look, I don't mind being the heel on this. I, this Vato Loco right here, will be at WrestleMania, both night one and two. I got my ticket. And oh no, I'm not sitting up in the 500s. I'm not sitting way up there where I need binoculars. No, no, no. I got me some pretty, I don't want to say great seats, but I got me some pretty decent seats. I think they're somewhere in the 200s. I forgot the section. I think it's 241, which isn't bad. They're not nosebleeds. And I'm gonna be there both nights, one and two. So congratulations to me. I thank nobody but myself. Oh man, you know what? It'd be pretty badass to be a heel. Serio, if you guys got a chance to be in the ring, wouldn't it be pretty badass just to be a heel? Let's see. That's badass. Yeah, dog. Yes. You know what, man? It's on my bucket list to go to a WrestleMania. Never been to a WrestleMania. Uh I was actually supposed to go to WrestleMania. I forgot what WrestleMania it was, but it was the year 2000. Um when it was gonna be taking place in Anaheim. This is before they were doing it in football stadiums. They're still doing it in arenas. And this one was in Anaheim, and I was supposed to go to that WrestleMania, and that weekend I actually got locked up, so I didn't go, but I will be at this. My question is, how do you get tickets to the Hall of Fame? Does anybody know the answer to that? You guys are watching this now or after. Um, you guys get at me or leave a comment. I got no idea. Um, to go to the Hall of Fame, do you have to have tickets to WrestleMania? Can anybody just go? How does one get tickets to the Hall of Fame? Because I want to go to that as well. I'm gonna try to take that whole week off. To tell you the truth, I'm gonna try to take that whole week off. I'm gonna stay there, and I'm gonna just try to enjoy all the festivities, man. You guys ain't the only junkies, homie. I'm on here for a reason. I don't want to miss a second of any experience of WrestleMania. Let me see. Just buy the SmackDown tickets the night before. It comes after SmackDown. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, we're okay. I know it's probably still too early. So I'm assuming that SmackDown's going to be at Staples, which is now known as Crypto.com, unless they do it at the Forum or in Anaheim. But okay, okay, I'm gonna definitely look into that. Yep. Okay. Okay. I'll be there. I did not know that. I did not know it was gonna be at SmackDown. So that's oh, just like last year. Got you. Okay. All right. So I'm watching or I'm listening to Wrestling Hub today, right? And there's a lot of people like Vince Russo, right? Who are saying that, hey, you guys are nuts if you think Vince McMahon is gone. Like if he's really not running things. He's running things behind the scenes. He's got nothing to prove it. It's not just him. There's a couple of people that are like, look, Vince McMahon does not sleep, right? This is his life. There's no way that he retires and he's not gonna be doing it. Um, there's a lot of people in the wrestling world that believe that Vince is still kind of pulling the strings and running the show. And while I do agree that he can have some sort of influence, just the changes that I've seen, it's a little tougher for me to believe, right? I mean, look at Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa, homie, he's actually becoming a much bigger deal on Monday Night Raw. I'm looking at him right now with the Miz. Also, WrestleCon is that weekend. Meet Bret Hart, Flair, and others. Is that right, Paul? Let me ask everybody. Let me ask all my junkies out there. If you had a chance to meet one wrestler, who would that be? Dead or alive, who would that be? Now, Bret the Hitman Hart well, actually, let me finish my point. So there's a couple of heads thinking that Vince is still pulling the strings and calling the shots and doing his thing, right? So I'm like, okay, it's a little tough for me to believe because of the changes that I've seen, right? I do understand that Vince has a motor in him where he just can't stop, right? So yeah, I'm sure he still meets with Triple H. And I'm sure he still has influence. I just don't think he's the one pulling the string. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and tries to get in, dip his hand over there with The Rock in the XFL. I mean, that was a project of his, right? And he ended up selling it. Yeah, Pablo, I'm with you, dog. Hour number three, Dana Brooke and Dakota Kai. What the flying flip is that about? Eddie Guerrero. Okay. I'll say this, man. Um, my favorite wrestler of all time, and probably always will be, is Bret the Hitman Hart. But if I had a chance to meet a wrestler, like actually, um, like have a conversation and hang out with him, it would not be Bret the Hitman Hart. From what I understand, dog, he's not really that much of like not too much of a fun guy, huh? It's like it's one of those things like, hey, never meet your heroes, right? He kind of falls in that category from my understanding. I don't know that to be true, I'm just saying everything that I see and hear from him, it's just not saying that he's, a complete a-hole, but he's not really the kind of guy that you're gonna have the best time with, right? So while Bret the Hitman Hart is my favorite wrestler of all time, he's not the guy that I would want to meet. I mean, if I had the chance, I'll meet him. But if Little Genie came out of the bottle and said, "Hey, you only have a chance to meet one wrestler ever," it might be Eddie Guerrero. See, that was fun, dog. Yeah, could hang out. What's up, Box Talk 101? What makes him your favorite trucker? Let's see, he gives me like a dry personality. Exactly, exactly. I just look, man. I think it was just the time. Um, SummerSlam in 1991 when he won the Intercontinental Championship against Mr. Perfect. Just seeing that drive, man. Seeing that passion of his. And then in '92 SummerSlam when he lost it to the British Bulldog, I just loved it, dog. Right there, I was just like, he's my favorite wrestler, man. Before that, it was the Ultimate Warrior. But if we're gonna be real, the Ultimate Warrior, he was never really a great wrestler. He was just a good character. But as far as wrestler, I mean, come on, dog. By the way, great, great match for the United States Championship this past Monday with Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. Where the hell are the great matches for the Intercontinental Championship match? Start making that championship more relevant. It's more prestigious, more historic. It's got a lot more history to it. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, exactly. So while Bret Hart is, and like I said, probably always will be my favorite wrestler. A genie says, "Hey, one wrestler, man, dead or alive, it's not gonna be Bret. It's not gonna be Bret." Um, tell you the truth, I'd probably meet his long life rival HBK before I choose Bret. But yeah, Eddie Guerrero, man, Eddie Guerrero would seem pretty badass. Imagine rolling in his lowrider. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Come on, dog. Can't go wrong with Eddie, man. Go get a couple of tacos, some agua fresca. Let me see. Met Dominic recently. Pretty cool guy. Yeah, Paul. I get it, Paul, but I just nobody's getting in line to meet Dominic. Though, dog. Also met Ray, angry little guy. Little Ray has the little guy angry syndrome. Paul, little man syndrome. Hey, I've said it. I've said it, and I'll say it again. If Rey Mysterio decides to hang it up, Dominic's leaving with Dominic is not over. He himself, by himself, Charles Holmes, that vato, he'll actually go to NXT if anything. See, Dominic has the same line of fans that kid. Strowman. Oh, well, hey, what was the name of that kid? Anybody remember that kid's name? Was it Nick? Was his name Nick or Nicholas or something like that? Hey, Paul, I'm sure Dominic's a cool dude. I'm not, I'm sure he's a cool kid, dog. He's just not over. The only reason why he's relevant is because of his old man. That is it, dog. Once Ray leaves, it's time for Dominic to go to OVW at best NXT. If not, he's gonna be nothing but a jobber. He's gonna become the Brooklyn Brawler of Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. I think his name was like I don't know. Dominic is Eddie's son. That's true. That's true. If we're gonna keep it real, let's not forget Eddie. Eddie Guerrero. I'm your papi, which makes Ray stepdaddy. And if you guys see Dominic, his haircut, it's kind of like Eddie Guerrero's, right? Dominic will headline WrestleMania 89. I hope they do. I hope eventually um, we see them go at each other one on one. Ray and Dominic. It's got to go down uh, at WrestleMania. I'd love to see that. And again, let me just go ahead and throw it out there. I just got my tickets. I will be at WrestleMania night 1 and 2, both nights. I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to be at that SmackDown, which will be part of the Hall of Fame. Does anybody have anybody in mind who you possibly believe is gonna be in the Hall of Fame? I know they don't start naming anybody yet, but who do you guys think is gonna be in the Hall of Fame? To Dominic, I'm your poppy. Hey, you know what? I'll give you guys this, man. Real Ripley's pretty strong, for her to carry Dominic out on her shoulder, like she's a pretty strong girl. Nobody watching AEW right now. Yeah, I check out AEW here and there. That's a Benny's all over AEW. See, Rhea told Dominic. Yeah, yeah, she did. I don't know, dog. You know what? They're not helping Dominic by showing Rhea Ripley carrying Dominic, who's supposed to be a grown man, out on her shoulders and then dropping him like a sack of potatoes. Like if they're trying to get the kid over, that's not a good look. Yeah, I get it. Real Ripley, she's supposed to be this tough, badass chick, and she is not too bad looking either. But hey, I might have a little bit of a different taste. But it's not a good look for Dominic, homie. When she comes out carrying him on the shoulder, he's all busted up. Who beat him down? She did? Because the rest of the Judgment Day was in the ring. So who put hands on Dominic? He only leaves it up to speculation that she got at him, beat that vato down, picked him up, takes him out, and then just drops him, home. Like, that's not a good look for Dominic if you're trying to get that kid over. Nah, not Dominic. It's Nicholas, bro. That little kid, Nicholas. She said that on Raw. Man, I'm telling you, yeah, it's not good for Dominic, man. I watch it all. Lucha Libre, Triple H. You know what I do? You know what I miss? That's the Benny. I miss Lucha Underground. That I do miss, dog. I used to love Lucha Underground. That was badass. I don't really watch Lucha Libre anymore. I used to watch Lucha Libre when I was a little kid, and I still gotta order my Mean Mascaras mask. I got Santos, I got Blue Demon, but I gotta get the Mean Mascaras, man. But damn it, that stuff is pretty pricey. ECW, ECW. Paul Heyman doing his thing, man. Yeah, ECW was pretty badass. It was, I mean, it was just kind of like a big old car wreck. I'm gonna be real, man. Some of those guys like Sandman and some of those dudes, they weren't even like really good wrestlers. They just knew how to bring the pain. Yeah, dog. Lucha Underground was badass. I love Lucha Underground. Those were different fans. I'm gonna say, um, like the ECW fans are probably like the big NXT fans today. Like I watch NXT here and there. I keep up with it. But I'm gonna say like the ECW fans are like the big NXT fans today. Mm, send you a message. All right, that's a Benny. I'll check it out today. Um, now go key the rest. So great. Yeah, I mean, let's see. ECW like a good wrestler. I mean, I thought Sabu. I thought he was a pretty decent wrestler, but yeah, a lot of those guys, they weren't really that good wrestlers. It was just props, homie. You just anything goes. You got Sandman over there drinking a peace sign, crushing the can on his forehead, making his forehead bleed, man. Just wild in general. Yeah, yeah, you got that right. But anybody got any thoughts, or who do you want to go into the Hall of Fame? Uh, I say this year, but it's actually next year. This coming WrestleMania. Um, in my opinion, and I think damn it, whose wife says that's a joke. I think it's the Owen Hart. Okay, Owen Hart's wife. Yeah, that's right. 'Cause I did a nice little spill right here on Wrestling Rehab about Owen Hart. His wife criticized this. That's why she has not allowed Owen Hart to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Well, not just that reason, but one of the reasons um, is the fact that she says it's fake. It's a sham. There is no Hall of Fame hall that you can walk down and see pictures of all the Hall of Famers. They don't have anything for the Hall of Famers, which I think should change, man. Serio, there should be a place, um, even if it's in Connecticut, where fans can go and visit the WWE Hall of Fame, where they have um, all the people that are Hall of Famers have some sort of ring gear of theirs when they were champion or one of their biggest matches. Something. I am going to agree with her on that. I don't agree with her keeping her, uh, doing everything she possibly can to keep Owen Hart out of the Hall of Fame. I get it, dog. She's still, you know, still mad about all that, right? And I can't tell her not to. The next inductee should be, you know what? That's actually a good one. I don't think it happened. Well, I guess it depends what happens with all these allegations, but that would definitely be a good one. I like to see that, man. But in all seriousness, they gotta step up their game, huh? Yeah, technically he is retired. Yeah, yeah. Look, being real, there are wrestlers that were inducted into the Hall of Fame that should not be in the Hall of Fame. But at the same time, there is no Hall of Fame though, and that is a good criticism. There should be a Hall of Fame that all the wrestling junkies can go to and take a tour of. That doesn't exist. So I think we need to start bringing the heat and saying like, "Hey, check this out, home. Hey, these are all our childhood memories. We still support the product. We want a Hall of Fame. You're inducting a lot of the superstars into the Hall of Fame, then we want a Hall of Fame. And in a way, I do kind of want some sort of voting method because what the hell is Coco Beware doing in the Hall of Fame? Not just him, but quite a few people. I'm like, wait, that's a Hall of Fame? Isn't in the Hall of Fame yet. Yeah, no, Owen Hart's not, and I don't know if he's ever going to be. Honestly, to be real, it's probably gonna take till his wife possibly passes away. Sad to say, but that's probably gonna be what it is, man. She doesn't seem to come to her senses. I was listening to an interview with Bret the Hitman Hart about 2 months ago, and they're talking about that, and yeah, he spoke on it, and he said that she's she's not down with it. She's not down with her husband, uh, rest in peace, being in the Hall of Fame. And then she criticized the Hall of Fame. With the criticism of the Hall of Fame, I'm with her on that. I'm with her on that. Build some sort of Hall of Fame. Let the junkies go and enjoy and walk around and check out the Hall of Fame. Yeah, like a museum, it would make sense. Yeah, absolutely. Box talk, absolutely, and it doesn't exist. And they've already inducted every year. In my opinion, they induct way too many wrestlers. A lot of these fools, I'm gonna be real, dog, especially the Highness. I'm like, wait, she's a Hall of Fame. What the hell does she do? Trish Stratus, 100% Stratus faction, definitely Hall of Famer. Lita, Hall of Famer, homie. The girls that earned it. Some of these other broads, dog, that were there just to look good. I'm like, all right. I mean, the eye candy was cool, but outside of that, what the hell did they do? See, we only have two Latinos representing us in the Hall of Fame. Only when we did way more. Well, let me see. Eddie Guerrero's in there, right? And rightfully so. Mean Mascaras is in there. Um, I like Mean Mascaras. His speech was funny, dog. He's up there with his mask on. And I didn't know the vato spoke English. Serio, dog. I did not know he spoke English. He's all like, I traveled all over the world. I flew first class. And then he's looking around. He's all like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I flew first class. Shout outs to Mean Mascaras, dog. Straight up. Eddie and Mean Mascaras. You know what though? No, I think Tito Santana's in it. I think he's in there. But again, should he be in there? I mean, I look, man, they're just allowing just anybody and everybody to be in there. I'll tell you guys this, man. How about this? I'm gonna look at everybody who's in the Hall of Fame. I'll come back next week and we'll talk about it because a lot of these dudes, not just the dudes, but the hyenas as well, should not be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that'd be badass. That'd be badass. But hey, let's put the heat, man. Serio. Let's bring the heat. Let's say, hey, look, build some sort of museum, something. Where's headquarters? Connecticut, fine, let it be there. But somewhere where we can go, somewhere where the junkies can go. I don't be charging no $100 to go check it out, man. Come on. Charge, 10, $20. Let everybody go and take their family. I mean, damn, especially if you're gonna be in a place like in the East Coast, man, where everybody has to fly to. But make the Hall of Fame real. Tito is in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Okay, 2004. Yeah, I thought I remember him being in there. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna check out. My big announcement is I will be at WrestleMania. I got some pretty decent seats, not great seats, but I'm not up in the nosebleeds either. And I will be there night 1 and 2. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that I'm at the Hall of Fame. What's up, Vanessa? How are you, gentlemen? Have a nice evening. Oh, yes, that is the Solo Trucker for Wrestling Rehab. I am on the road to WrestleMania. Who's coming with? Who's coming with this? Wait, hang on. Now we got Javier. That's where Large Cole can sit. Ah, all right, guys. All right, man. Hey, I'll be at WrestleMania both night 1 and 2. And I'm not going to guarantee because I'm not sure how it works, but I'm going to do everything I can to be at the Hall of Fame. Let's see who gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Solo Trucker, Wrestling Rehab. I'm on the road to WrestleMania. Who's coming with me? Let's do it. Let's get a Hall of Fame. Let's get some sort of museum built where the junkies can go and be junkies. I'll catch you guys next time.